US intensifies strikes on Iran, one aircraft keeps appearing in the footage: the B-52 Stratofortress. It's a bomber designed during the Cold War, more than 6 decades ago. So why is it still one of America's most important weapons? Fresh footage released by the US military shows B-52 Stratofortress bombers taking off as Washington intensifies strikes against Iranian targets. According to US Central Command, B-52 bombers were deployed in the first 100 hours of Operation Epic Fury, striking Iranian ballistic missile infrastructure and command and control posts.
American air power remains unmatched. The B-52 Stratofortress has been utilised in every major conflict since 1965.
But here's what makes that remarkable. The aircraft now pounding targets in Iran first entered service more than 6 decades ago. Since then, the B-52 Stratofortress remains one of the most important aircraft in the United States military arsenal. Designed during the early years of the Cold War, the bomber has outlived several newer aircraft and continues to fly combat missions today. The B-52H variant, currently used by the United States Air Force, first entered service in 1961. Yet more than 60 years later, around 76 of these aircraft remain active, forming roughly half of America's bomber fleet. When Washington wants to project military power over long distances, the B-52 is still often the aircraft of choice. Originally built to carry nuclear weapons as part of the Cold War deterrence strategy against the Soviet Union, the bomber has since been adapted for a wide range of missions. It has been used in conflicts from the Vietnam War to Iraq, Afghanistan, and modern counter-terrorism operations. The aircraft's longevity is largely due to its design. The B-52 can carry a massive weapons payload of up to about 70,000 pounds and can travel thousands of miles without refueling. Its long range allows it to launch precision-guided bombs or cruise missiles from a safe distance. Despite its age, military planners say the bomber remains highly effective. Major Joshua Reacher Henry, a B-52 pilot, tells Sky News,
"It's a 60-year-old aircraft, but it's definitely not going anywhere."
The aircraft is expected to remain in service for decades more. The US Air Force is upgrading the bomber with new radar systems, modern avionics, and advanced communications technology. Rolls-Royce is also providing new engines designed to improve efficiency and extend the aircraft's lifespan. These upgrades could keep the B-52 flying until at least the 2050s. That would mean the aircraft remains operational nearly a century after its first deployment. Another reason the B-52 has survived so long is its versatility. Unlike stealth bombers designed to penetrate heavily defended airspace, the B-52 typically operates from long distances, launching standoff weapons such as cruise missiles. This reduces the need for stealth while still allowing it to strike strategic targets. The aircraft can also stay in the air for long periods, waiting for targets to emerge. This loitering capability makes it particularly useful in supporting ground forces during ongoing operations.
For nearly 70 years, the Boeing B-52 Stratofortress has been the backbone of the United States strategic bomber force.
Today, the B-52 works alongside more modern bombers, such as the B-1 Lancer and the stealth B-2 Spirit. However, many analysts say the aircraft's reliability, payload capacity, and relatively lower operating cost make it difficult to replace. Even as the United States develops its next-generation B-21 Raider stealth bomber, the B-52 is expected to remain a central part of American air power, a Cold War relic still flying at the center of modern warfare. The strike came without warning. There were no sirens, no time to run for shelter. Within moments, an explosion tore through the American military facility at Shuaibah Port in Kuwait, sending thick smoke rising above the base. By the next morning, the scale of the damage had become clear. 6 United States soldiers had been killed at a heavily fortified installation surrounded by concrete barriers, but with limited air defense protection. Given the casualties, many initially assumed the attack had involved a powerful Iranian cruise missile, such as the Khorram-Shah missile, capable of carrying warheads weighing up to 1,800 kilograms. However, according to reports cited in American media, the strike may instead have been carried out by a far cheaper and simpler weapon, the Shahed drone, a low-flying one-way attack drone that can cost as little as $10,000 to produce. Despite its modest price, the Shahed drone has emerged as one of the most persistent threats to Western forces across the region. The weapon is already well known from the war in Ukraine, where Iran supplied large numbers of Shahed drones to Russian forces during the invasion ordered by Vladimir Putin. Their distinctive buzzing sound, often compared to a lawnmower, became a familiar and feared feature in attacks on Ukrainian cities, including Kiev. Now, the same technology appears to be shaping the battlefield in the Middle East. Since the conflict began, Iranian forces have reportedly launched more than 2,000 drone attacks against a range of targets. These have included symbolic civilian locations, such as hotels frequented by Western visitors in Gulf states, as well as military installations used by the United States and its allies. One such attack also targeted RAF Akrotiri, a British airbase on sovereign territory in Cyprus. According to Defense Secretary John Healey, the drone caused only minimal damage. Security analyst Seth Frantzman of the Foundation for Defense of Democracies described the Shahed as a simple but effective weapon.
It's a one-way attack drone, cheap to manufacture and difficult to jam. If enough are launched, some of them will eventually get through. They can use it as many times as they want against their targets. All they have to do is probe for a weakness, and if they launch enough of them, some of them will get through.
That strategy appears to be playing out across the Gulf. Since the assassination of Iran's former supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, Tehran has launched waves of drone strikes against Western-linked targets across the region. In Bahrain, video footage reportedly captured a drone striking what appeared to be a radar installation connected to the United States 5th Fleet headquarters in Manama. Meanwhile, footage circulating online from Dubai appeared to show a drone hitting a hotel on Palm Jumeirah, the city's well-known artificial island complex. Despite these incidents, Gulf states say the majority of Iranian drones are being intercepted. Bahrain's military authorities reported shooting down 78 missiles, 143 drones, while officials in the United Arab Emirates said that out of 1,072 drones launched towards the country since the conflict began, 1,001 had been intercepted. Yet the attack on the Shuaibah base illustrates a stark reality. Even a small gap in air defenses can have deadly consequences. Locating and eliminating those launch points will be difficult. Iran is believed to store drones in tunnels, underground facilities, and dispersed bases across the country. The systems can also be launched from trucks, ships, or standard military bases with relatively small crews.